Hey everybody, welcome back to The Joyful Candle. Today I am going to be reviewing the 22-ounce 2-wick cinnamon apple donut from Caramel Sundays. This is I think this is my 5th burn of this fragrance, and I'm absolutely loving it. If you are a fan of old-fashioned cider donut from Bath & Body Works, hot cider donut from Homeworks, or I think it's apple cider donut from Kringle, you guys are going to be in for a treat for this one. This is a beautiful cider donut fragrance, very well done by Caramel Sundays. I will say, after burning this, it reminds me most of the apple cider donut from Kringle. And the reason I say that is because it's a beautiful mix of apple and cinnamon and donut scent, but it tends to lean a little bit more apple-y, and I really enjoy that. I think some of the differences between this one and Bath & Body Works, which we have not seen old-fashioned cider donut come back in a long time, that one tends to lean a little bit more donut forward, whereas this is truly apple cinnamon forward with a beautiful donut kind of in the background. So let's hop right into the fragrance notes. Let me read the scent description too. I think it's kind of cute. So, cinnamon apple donut begins with an apple cider scent, which blends beautifully with a fried donut. This fragrance has a spicy cinnamon finish, which rests on a sweet sugary vanilla base with tonka bean and musk. I think that's a beautiful description of this fragrance. The notes for this fragrance: top are apple and cider, middle notes of donut and cinnamon, bottom notes of musk, vanilla, sugar, and tonka bean. So I'll say right off the bat, I don't really get a ton of musk. This is like apple cinnamon cider donut forward. As I was saying before, I think this is most similar to Kringle's version. You get that beautiful bright apple cinnamon, kind of that cidery forward, with the donut, like that fried donut in the background. It's gorgeous. I would say strength and performance has been pretty good for this one. I would say it's more of probably like a mid to high strength. It kind of depends on how deep the wax pull is. I find that as the wax pull deepens, it continues to increase in strength and throw. But I would probably rate the throw of this right now as like a 7 or an 8. So really great. It's not quite as smacky in the face strong as fall cider, but it's definitely noticeable. It really kind of fills up my main floor with just like this beautiful background of apple cinnamon donut. So honestly, it's kind of a simple fragrance. It's not too complicated. It's a beautiful apple cinnamon. This is a great gourmand without being too cloying. I think sometimes gourmands can get a bad rap because of how strong and foody they are, and I would say that this is like a beautiful gateway into the gourmands because it's just a gorgeous apple cinnamon. So honestly, I'm enjoying this one the most out of my apple gourmands from Caramel's. Actually, that's not true. Well, fall cider is, I would say it's a gourmand, but this is a little bit more of a gourmand, like with the donut note in it. I guess my point in saying this is I actually prefer this over apple truffle. I think that a lot of people have had some really great things to say about apple truffle, and I do like apple truffle, but this one I prefer this way more over it, over apple truffle. So honestly, this in a 4-wick would be incredible. I'm really trying not to overload myself with candles that I don't have time to burn, meaning I just have such a large collection that I can't continue to buy like huge candles because I can't get through them quick enough. But I would recommend this one in either a 2-wick or a 4-wick. This scent is restocking on the September restock with Caramel Sundays in a 22-ounce and a 40 ounce, I believe. So let me double check on that. Yes, it is. So the 2-wick retails for $31.99. That includes shipping. And the 4-wick 40 ounce retails for $64.99, and that also includes shipping. So Caramel Sundays does free shipping with all of their orders, which I think is such a great perk. It's one of my favorite things that they offer. So if you are looking for a beautiful, simple, bright, delicious apple cinnamon donut fragrance, definitely pick this one up. You can get it in a little less than a week. So, and if you prefer non-toxic, phthalate-free, all that, none of the extra icky stuff added in, this is 100% soy. Their candles burn so beautifully. I would say the performance on this, oh, see, look, even a little fly is interested in this candle. Just an absolutely gorgeous burn. Their wicks are great. I haven't really talked about this a lot, but I tend to trim my wicks every single burn. So before I start to burn, I trim the top, like the carbon balls off the top. I find that most of my candles perform better that way. And I find that with Caramel Sundays, if you burn them for more than 4 or 5 hours, the wicks kind of tend to curl over at the top, and then they start to kind of dip into the wax. So that's usually like my sign to blow out the candle once I've gotten to that point. So absolutely gorgeous performance. Really, really enjoying this one. This is, I could burn this. Honestly, this is like a late August through all the way through September before I get into the really, really heavy gourmands. But this is just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So if you guys are a fan of cider donut scents, highly recommend this one. Make sure that you set your alarms for the September 14th restock coming up this Sunday. And I think that's all I have to say about it. It's very, very similar to the Kringle apple cider donut. It's gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful Ceylon cinnamon kind of coming through with this scent. It's perfect. So highly recommend this one. I honestly have not seen a lot of reviews on this, so hopefully you guys can see this before the restock. So this next restock is the last opportunity for fall candles at Caramel Sundays for 2025. So make sure you are making your list. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next review. I'm trying to get quite a few Caramel Sundays reviews up over this next week. So I'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day.